What's up, y'all? This is MGTV Reactions, and tonight we're going to be switching it up a little bit and we're going to be reacting on Peach McIntyre. Okay, you guys? So, first things first, before we get into it, I'm going to ask everybody to please hit the like button when you come in, okay? Comment your thoughts down below in the chat because you know I love to hear what y'all have to say, okay? And also, hit that subscribe button too if you have not done so already, okay? Okay. Now, real quick, I just want to say hello to everybody that is currently in live stream. Hello to everybody in the bushes, and hello to Everyday Life with Taboo. Hey. So, before we get into it, I just want to make something clear. I do not keep up with Peach McIntyre. Okay, I don't regularly keep up with Peach McIntyre at all. I have seen some things on the internet in regards to her husband Wood cheating and whatever. But to me, a lot of the times it comes off as if she is trolling. Okay, hey Banana Muffin, hey Melody. Um, yeah, a lot of the times it comes off to me as if she's trolling. I don't know what to believe half the time on this internet, but I came across some very interesting videos of hers, and I think that it is worth a conversation. So I'm going to go ahead, hop right in, and share my screen. Hey, stay creating. So we're gonna go down the line with these videos. Okay, she has a bunch of different videos that have been posted today. About this situation. So, okay, it appears that Peach's husband Wood has created a child outside of their relationship some years ago. Okay, now y'all correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. It appears that he has created a child some years ago during the course of their relationship. Peach considers this child to be an outsider. I'm under the impression he's not allowed to have a relationship with any of his outside children that he may have created during the duration of their relationship. But this is wild. Let's just hop right in and get in and listen to what's being said.
Understood.
Trust me, it's already been understood.
Listen to this. This is Greg and his daughter.
Now, Peach Patch, I am banned from TikTok. My server can't get on TikTok. I'm on Facebook and people keep telling me, Peaches, this girl just dropped a recording of Wood talking to his daughter. You a liar, you with it. Hold on. I get one of my kids' phones and get on TikTok. And so I hear this.
Talking about some I'm your little I was your secret or something like that, secret daughter, and still bringing up that little old situation about you and my mama and talking about y'all ages and what grade, all the little crazy stuff.
She said that she reposted somebody's stuff. What they said.
I did not hear any more of this recording. That's my husband. That's my husband. That's my husband. That's his voice. Nostrils like this. Oh, this bitch gotta go. I was already in a heated argument with him anyways.
Right.
Oh, this is the nail in the coffin. Fuck, nigga, you got to go. You are a Judas. For you guys who don't understand what a Judas is, it's a disloyal motherfucker. I already knew the bitch was disloyal. He's cheated on me how many times and I've forgiven him. But your little bitch of a daughter.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Okay. Because listen, y'all, I didn't get to watch all of the videos. I just seen a couple where she was talking about paying $8 in child support every day. So I'm a little off. But this is a bit much. Okay. So Peach is mad at her husband because he had a conversation with his child and she feels like he's choosing the child over her. This is absolutely insane.
Mammy said that my pussy smell like fish. I got in the car and the whole car smell like fish. That I've had trains from the age of 14 when I lost my virginity to you at 16. That you said that Gregory McKay, a child who you have a DNA test with, is not your child. And I stood in the motherfucking paint and I said That's a motherfucking lie. I don't even think you talked to that little girl. If you did, that was an inappropriate conversation. That's like you're grooming her. And I don't think you would do that. And bitch, you sat around me and act like you wouldn't do nothing like that. Like you don't talk to that little girl. You don't know that little girl.
No, I ain't even. It's been I don't know.
Only for me to discover with the entire world that you have been talking to this little girl. So that means everything her mammy said, she said that you said is true. I want to nuck if you motherfucking buck. I do. But I don't want to lose my kids to Child Protective Services. Bitch, you got to go. That means that everything that they said about me, that
So, okay. So first things first, like I said, y'all, I don't really watch Peach like that, but I'm genuinely confused. She said in this video that she has had to forgive her husband over and over and over again for constantly cheating. Okay. If a man is constantly cheating and stepping out in a relationship, it's just a matter of time before children are produced. Okay. And from what I'm gathering, just from the sound of this girl's voice, it sounds as if she is a little older, maybe more than likely a teenager. So I'm baffled by the fact that she doesn't even, like, if he has a child and you have clearly accepted that you have a cheating husband, okay, you're not going anywhere, obviously. And you don't want him to go anywhere. Why have you not worked on accepting his children? Now, that's not to say that, I don't know, because I really couldn't accept no shit like this. I'm gonna be honest. I'm just be honest. I wouldn't be able to accept it. I wouldn't be able to be with the man if he's had outside children. However, if you do choose to forgive the man, you have to then accept the outside children. So I'm just a little bit confused as to why she is upset that he was having conversations with his daughter. I'm genuinely confused.
the mammy said that your daughter said that you said is true. And for that, I'm going to treat you like I did Takashi. But worse, because I'm going to treat you like I do my mama and my daddy. It is war. I have hated you before, Gregory Carnell Underwood, but never like this. You couldn't even be a man and say, hey, Peaches, don't talk about my daughter like that. Hey, Peaches, I called my daughter or my daughter called me and we blah, blah, blah. I had to find out with the world while you sitting in my house and I'm looking stupid. Even after I said it was worth it to lose my motherfucking TikTok. Oh, don't get it twisted. It still was worth it. But for you, Gregory Carnell Underwood, I hope that what you decided to do to me, bitch, is worth it because it is war. I have never declared war on you. I have loved you even when you did not love me, even when you have betrayed me.
That's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. It's a mess. This is a mess. That's very unfortunate. But let me see what y'all saying in the comments. Melody, you said because he was telling the mother stuff about her. Okay, so Will was telling his baby mama stuff about Peach. So that's why she's mad? Okay. Everyday life, you said you accept the cheating, but the child that came from it, you may as well at this point. That's what I'm saying. If you know that your man is a dog, I have seen numerous videos of Peach up here talking about Wood cheating on her or whatever the case may be. He's cheating. You got 9 kids with the man. You ain't going nowhere, obviously, and you don't want him to go nowhere. So if he has any outside children, and you've already accepted the worst of it. So you might as well accept the kids too. You've already accepted the fact that that man is going to go out and cheat on you whenever he gets the opportunity to, and you're fine with it as long as he's there with you and the kids when you need him to be. So what's the problem? As long as he's not bringing the kids up in your house, right? So if he's not trying to bring the outside children back to Peach's house, he's just having conversation with them, or whatever else he has going on. I don't see the problem with it. Why can't he keep in contact with his offspring? Why? Hey, Marley Jean, you said Peach is embarrassing. Stay creating. You said, I think the daughter is an adult with a kid of her own. Okay. I don't know. This just sounds like a very messy, dirty situation. It's bad enough that Wood was cheating on her in the first place. He had this child years ago. So why is he still having conversation with the child's mother, and having conversation in regards to Peach? Is he still trying to smash? Like, I'm just not understanding. Marley Jean, you said she don't care if he cheats while they're married, but she has a problem with the kid that he had before her. I'm so confused. Okay, so this was not a child that was created during the course of their relationship. It was before her. Yeah, this is weird. This is weird. Okay, but let's continue.
Even when you have laughed in my motherfucking face, I have never declared war. I've gotten you back a little bit. I've gotten you back a little bit. I've gotten you back a little bit. But bitch, now it is war. I hope choosing your child, and I'm happy you chose her, you're supposed to, but I hope that choosing your child, choosing your baby mama, choosing your mother is worth it to you. Because what I'm about to do is going to be worth it to me. I promise.
Well, what the fuck is she really going to do? If she ain't divorced him after all this time, after all this cheating, and after everything else that's been going on, and supposedly she's the one that's financially providing for the entire family, him, her, all the goddamn kids, what you gonna do? Because I don't see her leaving. I don't see it. Marley Jean, you said, because wasn't she saying he had that baby when he was 13? She had the baby at 13. What? Oh, this is a mess. So let me get off of this video. We're gonna just go down the line with it and see what else she's
decluttering your cleaner cabinet feels good. Keeping
Okay, let's go back to Peach McIntyre's page, okay? And see the next video. So that was Peach McIntyre finds out that her husband, she said something about a DNA test. So let's go ahead and watch that. This is too much. Everyday life, you said, I'm just confused of why she's so angry. It sounds like he's been choosing everything and everyone over her already. Right. So this should not be anything new. That's what it sounds like. But so I just don't understand the purpose in being upset and angry about a child that was created before you got with him. What's the big deal? You can't have conversation with his daughter? I'm quite sure all these years he hasn't really even been an active part of her life. So why can't he at least have a fucking conversation with her? So if this is the type of woman that she is, she's terrible. Completely terrible. Now, I can't wait to get to this one where she says she don't care about no kids but her own. Oh my God. But let's go ahead and get into this one. See what she's talking about.
We cool. I just want you to go get a DNA test on your kids, and I'm waiting on them to come back.
So, actually, I have had a DNA test on a couple kids, and they came back. He's the father. Now, those other ones, unfortunately, they're not mistakes, nor bastards.
Oh, so, Lord, wait a minute. This is too much. Mistakes, bastards, bitches, all it's woo, child. This is a bit much. Now, I'm just confused. So, Peach has supposedly been with Wood for so many years, right? But what would be the purpose? Why would they feel the need to get DNA tests done on some of the children? So, has Peach McIntyre came on here and admitted to cheating on her husband? She cheated back? Is that what she meant when she said she got him back a little bit? That she cheated back, and then they had some children where it was questionable? Because this is a lot.
Whether he's the father or not, he doesn't get a DNA test because we are legally married in the state of Florida. His name goes on their birth certificates, even if he doesn't sign. I, Peach McIntyre, also known as Peaches McIntyre, a.k.a. P. Mike, Bentley is the name. I know that you're hurt. You're hurting. You decided to go hump on my husband at the tender age of 12. 12 years old. In the 5th grade. Allegedly. Remember, I don't know you. Only saw you once my whole life. And that was when I was 19 years old. To get online and see that this man who don't give a fuck about your mistake, y'all mistake, the mistake baby. And in this picture, remember, I paid for that hairdo. You know,
Oh, wait. Hello? I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm sitting here running my mouth, talking, and I had the live on mute the whole time. I apologize. Anyway, um, what the hell did I say? Okay, so basically what I was saying was she's sitting here saying that the lady was humping on Wood at the age of 12, right? I'm assuming that if the lady was 12, then Wood had to have been close to her age. I would assume that he was like 13, maybe 14, 12, 13, 14, whatever the case may be. He was grown as fuck, she was grown as fuck, and there was clearly no adult supervision. I'm just lost as to why she's sitting there saying she was doing it at the age of 12, like that means anything at this point when they're adults. I'm genuinely confused. I just don't understand. So like I said, she's sitting here accepting all of the cheating. She cheated back. She had outside children. Well, not outside children. He had outside children before her. He's not allowed to talk to them. Okay. When he was cheating on her, she cheated back. They had DNA tests done with some of their kids. And she's sitting up here saying all this shit like it's cute. Like this just looks like a completely fucked up situation all the way around. Like your marriage is terrible.
the baby that was produced because you were 12 and he was 13, and y'all were going into abandoned houses in Sulphur Springs. You know, the Springs. This is the grassless shack my husband grew up in. And doing what grown-ups do, because you guys didn't have any grown-up guidance, you made a baby. A baby that he never claimed. Even when his mom claimed the baby, she looks just like you. He never claimed her. Even when you kept saying that he the father, he kept saying, that fat bitch lying, I ain't fucked that fat bitch. I know it must hurt to see me, a fat bitch, who has 9 children from him. That lady got a husband and 9 kids.
Y'all, this is too much.
And
This I just don't understand. I'm genuinely confused. Marley Jean, you said yeah, because she said the lady was 12, he was 13 at the time. Okay, so bottom line is neither one of them had their parents was just letting them do any fucking thing. They was outside doing grown shit, and it resulted in her having a baby. But nobody cares about that now. It's how many years later. She's saying that shit like it's supposed to mean something. She's showing a house that we grew up in as if it means something. I'm confused. And how could you sit here and proudly boast about the fact that he didn't claim his child and you thought this is the perfect man for me to deal with? He has kids already that he don't want shit to do with, and I'm about to have 9 with his ass. At this point, it's given Wood is probably only still around Peach and all these fucking kids that he has with her because she has money.
even without a DNA test, remember, you had to wait until he went to prison to get one to confirm that that was his child. And even when you got it, he did not give a fuck. It was me who cared. I used to care. I used to encourage. I used to say, Gregory, you should call your daughter. Gregory, I know how that feels. So you should call your daughter. Gregory, you should get your daughter for the summer. That was me. That wasn't him. You see, my husband has money, believe it or not. He just does not give a fuck. He don't care about paying you hoes. He don't care about your daughter, aka the mistake baby, or your grandbaby. Those kisses for the grandbaby, those were genuine. But tell that little grandbaby of yours who you said told me this.
And my grandbaby said, don't kiss him. He said,
I'll reserve my kisses for my biological children and my biological grandbabies that will come in the future. Your daughter will never be a part of my family. And maybe with pressure from the outside world, her dad may start to give a fuck. However, I've been with my husband for 20 years. I doubt that he will ever care. You see, we come from a city called Tampa.
This is some fucked up, dirty, low down, trifling shit. Now you sitting here proudly saying that your husband is a motherfucking deadbeat. You're perfectly fine with it as long as he is present in the home with your children, even though while he's present in the home with you and your children, he is actively putting himself in the predicaments all the time to where as though he could potentially create more outside children. This is not a flex. This right here is absolutely embarrassing. These people do anything for money. There would be no way that I could sit up here and address some bullshit like this. I could not. I just could not. This is too much. Renee J, you said Peaches is a fool, her mama a fool, they are dysfunctional and ghetto. Well, yeah, that's very, very clear. This is a mess, an absolute mess. Teresa, you said I can't do Peach. Girl, I normally don't do Peach either, but I just was like, what is happening? What is going on? I've been hopping on YouTube throughout the day, and I seen something about $8 in child support. I guess we're going to get to that at some point. And this outside child that I just learned was created before her and what got together. It's a lot to unpack here. Everyday life, you said Peach makes me sick. She's on another level of crazy, taunting this girl because of her insecurities. Right. This is just too much. This is too much. At this point, y'all said the daughter is grown. So if Wood chooses to have a conversation with her, so be it. It's not like she's finna be up in Peach's house. And no, I'm quite sure she wouldn't even want to be no fucking where near that lady anyway. So it's just too much. Hey, Lynn. Marley Jean, you said not Wood being a grandpa on the low. Yeah, this is too much. So on top of being a deadbeat daddy, he's also a deadbeat granddad. What a shame. Everyday life, you said having a man that doesn't love all of his children and you're happy about it is evil. Yes, this is definitely evil. This is very much so disgusting, very trashy, very ghetto. it's a mess. Because at some point, this could become Peach. It could potentially become her. We've seen it time and time again. Like, men will load you to fuck up with kids and then find the next new thing and dip off. It don't matter how many years you've been with them. And there's nothing you can do about it. So she's sitting up here saying all the shit she's saying like she can't be left. The only thing that may deter him from leaving is the simple fact that he has built a bond with these children because he actively lives in a home with them, and also because she's providing for him. So that may be the reason that he probably would stay. She's never going to leave. That's clear. But I just don't know why she's sitting here talking like this, like it's not a possibility that she could be in the same predicament and then wind up a single mom of fucking 9. And who's going to want to sign up for that dumb shit? A bum, just so that they can get some freebies out the deal? Like, let's be for real. It's too much. Banana Muffin, you said, I think Peach has only slept with Wood. Peach has never been with anyone else. Okay, well, she said that they had to get DNA tests done in this video. So, the only thing I could think of is that she would have had to cheat on him at some point, or she cheated back for them to need to get a DNA test, okay? Teresa, you said, I'm willing to do Peach with you, beautiful people. Renee J, you said Peach is going to be back swiping that EBT card. Child, it's a mess. Marley G, you said exactly what goes around comes around. I'd be scared of karma if I was Peach. Yeah, she definitely needs to be fearful of that, because the way she's talking, as if it's impossible for her to somehow wind up a single mother, okay? And Wood could go off with the next young thing, okay, and create more babies with her and say, fuck Peach and all these kids, because I don't want to deal with her attitude and these fucking kids no more. It's definitely possible, but she thinks that it's not, okay? Banana Muffin, you said Peach doesn't think it'll happen to her because Wood is a kept man. That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I said. The only thing that probably will deter him from leaving is the fact that he actually was living in the home with these children. So he has a bond with them, number one. Number two, Peach provides everything. And the likelihood of him finding another woman that's willing to provide him with everything and allow him to cheat on her at the same fucking time is very slim. A lot of bitches ain't going for that, okay? No, nobody's going for that. So he probably is going to stay right here. But it's still possible for him to leave, okay? Because if it ever came to a point where he was making more than her and he don't fucking need her no more, oh, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. Banana Muffin, you said, I wonder if she has a prenup. Probably not. Renee J, you said Wood probably will leave her when them kids get older. Child, it's possible. Banana Muffin, you said, I don't know with Peach. You never know why she would get a DNA test. Yeah, she sounds very crazy. But let's go ahead and finish this little bit that's left so we can get to the other video.
Where men walk away from their responsibilities all the time, and women still embrace them and love them, and they make new families and simply don't give a fuck. So, unfortunately for you, I will never raise my children on my own. He will always be in their life. He has always been in Gregory McKay's life, no matter what girlfriends came and went. You see, the child that my husband created with me, Gregory McKay, when he was 20 years old and I was 18 years old, is completely different from the child that you made at 12 years old and 13 years old. That was a mistake. Even out of your own mouth, you said the condom pop. This baby here was intentional. No condoms were involved. All right. I know it hurts. I was looking for some tissue, but I don't have any.
This is a whole hot ass mess. This is a whole mess. It's too much. Okay, Lem, let's close this out. Go back to Peach's channel. And we're going to pull up the next video. And you just get into it.
Over and over and over again. I don't give a fuck about nobody kids. but mine. I don't care if I lay up with a man who don't take care of his kids, as long as he takes care of mine. When he stopped taking care of mine, I will cut the fuck up. And then he fall back in
Well, see,
line.
that's the shit that I don't understand, because there's a lot of women out here that's like that. There's a lot of women out here that will get with a man. You know, she's aware of the fact that this man has children. She never questions, you know, why he never has the kids or if he's ever planning to get the kids. You know, she's just happy that he's entertaining her, and he might be spending some money on her, but she doesn't know whether or not he's spending money on his children, right? Or she really doesn't care because it's beneficial to her. It's a lot of women who deal with shit like that, right? And then they fall in love with the man, they have a baby with the man, right? And when things go south or downhill, they're no longer together. They're sitting there crying and upset about the fact that the man is not taking care of their kid, when in fact, you already knew what type of nigga he was when you got with him. I don't understand this mentality. Now, granted, in this situation, Peach is married to him, and they have been together for years, but this is given that Peach has always been taking care of that man. And that's why he's there. That's what this is given. It just sounds so disgusting to me for a woman to sit here and say, I don't give a fuck what he's doing for his other kids, as long as he's doing right by me and mine. Okay. Because at some point, it could become you. That's why you should care.
It's not my job to go save other people's motherfucking kids. It's not my job to encourage a man to do right by his kids. It's nice if I do so, but that is not a requirement. My requirement is to ensure that he takes care of mine. Even if I get with another man, which will never happen, with kids, it'll never happen. I don't like nobody kids. But let's say hypothetically, I left my husband or my husband left me and I got with me a new man and he got kids. I would not give a fuck about his kids. Instead, I would be asking him, hey, honey, what you gonna do for mine? Hey, babe, you laying in my bed? Can my kids get some new shoes?
And if you ever got with another man, they would do nothing but bust you the fuck down and have sex with you, because ain't nobody finna go out and buy 9 pairs of fucking shoes for kids that ain't even theirs. So that's never going to happen, which is why you have to stay and put up with Wood's cheating ass, okay, and all of his infidelities and lies and bullshit, because nobody else is going to want to be a part of this trifling ass situation. This is just too much. She could never get another man. You got way too much baggage. Now, normally, I wouldn't say this about a single mother, okay? I wouldn't say that. I think that everybody deserves love. I'm a single mother myself, but I think that 9 is definitely taking it a bit far, okay? So because you've already dug this huge ass hole with this man and had all these goddamn kids, you're going to have to stick with him, because the likelihood of you finding a man that's willing to do, they might do for you. You might be able to squeeze some Little Caesars pizza or some shit for the kids out the nigga or something. But nobody is going to be actively providing consistently for all of these fucking kids. Nobody but you and possibly their daddy. It's not going to happen. But anyway, let's continue.
Hey, babe, can we go to Disney World with my kids? Come on, can you step up for my kids? I would be encouraging him to do right by my kids. I wouldn't give a fuck about his. That's how it's supposed to be.
No,
to avoid that, stop having kids.
No, it's not supposed to be like that. If you have children and you and the person that you get with, if they also have children, you want them to treat your children as if they are their own. Right? That's what you want. You want them to care about your children, do for your children, whatever the case may be. You can't require that and then not give that to their children when they come around. Otherwise, you're going to wind up by your motherfucking self. Well, what? He got to treat your children like they are his, but you don't give a fuck about his. When they come around, you can't get them nothing. but he's supposed to feed all your badass nappy head ass kids? I'm confused. Absolutely not. This lady is insane. Let me read some of your comments real quick. This is too much. Banana Muffin, you said, I think Peach knows that Wood has no motivation to get it on his own. Yeah, probably so. Marley Jean, you said, I'm so confused how she tears him down and tries to build him up at the same time. Like, what the F? I get it. I get why she does that. She tears him down because she's really angry with him and she hates everything that he's put her through over the years. And that's truly how she feels. But at the same time, this is her man. She's going to stick beside him, right or wrong, or through whatever he does to her. So she doesn't want to look like a complete fool, which is why she's going to build him back up. At least he's taking care of my kids. He ain't doing for yours, but he's doing for mine. So that doesn't, he's not completely a terrible father because he does take care of the children over here. He's just not taking care of yours because he didn't give a fuck about you. It's just the weirdest thing. I don't understand. I don't understand it, but I understand it. Okay. Lynn, you said, I remember when Wood had his own small business, washing and detailing cars. What happened to that? She probably made him stop because I'm quite sure Peach likes the control of having him depend on her financially. That way she won't feel insecure because she knows that he's going to stay around because he needs her. Okay. Melody, you said she will never get a new man. Everyday Life, you said, Lynn, she made him stop to stay home. See? Everyday Life, you said, don't nobody want Peach. Wood doesn't even want her. This is too much. Melody, you said they are both stuck like Chuck. It is very clear. Stay Creating, you said, is this an example of fatherless child syndrome? That's why she doesn't care? Probably. But she talked a little bit. I don't know if it's this video. I think it is this video where she discussed some things about her stepfather. So I guess this is why she thinks it's okay. So we're going to hear some of that in a little bit, okay?
With a lot of different people.
Nearly fair thing.
To avoid that, stop having kids out of wedlock. The likelihood of another person giving a fuck about kids that ain't theirs is slim to none, especially when they have their own. Slim to none. The only women that I know that give a fuck about their husband's kids are women who either grew up without a family or they think that loving their husband's kids will make their husbands love them more. And it doesn't work. Look at Sophia. My husband mama is a perfect example of what you get when you try to force the nigga to do right by his kids. Her husband died with his other baby mama who he kept cheating on her with, made 3 kids with. She's a perfect example. Some of y'all went without school clothes and shoes because your mama did for the stepkids trying to make the daddy love her more and didn't do for y'all, neglected y'all. It happens all the time.
No, that doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense for anybody to neglect their own children, you know, for the sake of making this man love them more, okay, and taking care of his. That doesn't make any sense. But why is she bringing this man's mother up? Why is she talking about his mom and what she went through? Like, she think this shit is cool?
I saw it growing up. One thing about my mama, and I agree with this belief, and I don't agree with my mama very much, she didn't give a fuck about nobody kids but hers. She said, Peaches, you don't try to make no man buy his kid a pair of shoes and your kid a pair of shoes. No. You make that motherfucker buy your kid 2 pair of shoes so he can't buy his kid a shoe. When he do want to buy his kid a pair of shoes, you make sure he buy 2 for yours. Make sure.
No, this is just disgusting. It's the simple fact that she's sitting up here saying this as a woman and people actually like her. People like her. She said, if he wants to buy his kids a pair of shoes, you make him buy your kid 2 pairs of shoes so he won't even have enough to get his kid no shoes. If that ain't the most trifling shit I ever heard. And you know, it's sad because it's a lot of men who have situations like this, unfortunately. It's a lot of men who have, they move, they leave their baby mama behind. They go and they start a whole nother family, and they say fuck the kids that they had before this new relationship, and they over there doing for kids that don't even belong to them, okay, and creating more children without and just say fuck the kids that they already previously had, and that is disgusting behavior. And it's even more disgusting to know that it's women out here that think like this. It is like wowzers.
He gotta do right over motherfucking here. Shout out to my stepdaddy Lynch Mob. Although he had 2 biological kids of his own, he said fuck his biological kids and did right every single day by me, Peaches McIntyre, by my brother Edward Anderson, and by my sister Chandrian Wright. 3 kids with 3 different daddies from my hoe of a mama.
Not your hoe of a mama.
Meanwhile, his kids walking around mad, and he still don't give a fuck, and neither do I. I appreciate him. I bought him a car. I'll buy him another one. I love him, and I appreciate him. Y'all have to start dealing in the real world. Another good example, Rod Wave. I keep on using Noonie as an example. He got the twins from Dee, these dark-skinned twins. Beautiful. They look just like Rod Wave. However, he allegedly has this new baby from that Z-name girl in Orlando, Florida, and the baby is beautiful, gorgeous, and light-skinned.
She said, but this is the thing that just pissed me off. The fact that she felt the need to mention these children's skin complexion is the weirdest thing to me. What the fuck does it matter that the twins are dark skinned? And then she said, and light skin about this baby, is that this makes what? What does it matter? The bottom line is that all 3 of the children belong to him. Doesn't matter if they fucking light or dark. What difference does it make? She said light skin. Like that was a fucking plus.
And we know Rod Wave love light-skinned women. However, he does not give a fuck about that baby in Orlando. The mama all on the internet mad. Another example.
And you know what? This is more than likely. This is another disgusting thing. Because men, a lot of times, men treat the children the way that they feel about the mothers. And that's the most fucked up part about it. Now, it's a lot of men who out here that also take care of their children and do right by their children, regardless. They can hate the fucking mom, but because those is their kids, they're going to do right by their kids. Okay? I'm not saying it's all men, but there are definitely a lot of men in the world who treat their children based off of how they feel about their mothers. Okay? Now, they may hate, it's men out here who hate their baby mama for putting them on child support, so therefore they don't want shit to do with the child. It's men out here who can't get the cat no more from the baby mama, so they don't want shit to do with the child. They can't have access to the woman. They don't want nothing to do with the kids. But if you're giving them some ass and you're letting them come over whenever they feel like it, then they're going to do right by the kids. And it's sad that there's men out here that's like that. It really is. Melody, you said women too? Definitely women too. Oh, yeah, for sure women too. There's a lot of women who they can't stand the father, so they mistreat, and I hear it all the time, abuse the kids, do all types of shit because they bitter and they mad at the dad. It's just terrible. It's terrible. It's so sad.
Aisha, little baby mama, and Anthony Edwards. They're supposed to have a little girl together. Anthony Edwards said, I told her to get rid of that motherfucker. I don't give a fuck about that baby. He would even give her the money and never spend no time. Another one is that white man. Y'all might not know that white man. What is his name? Owen. Let me look. White man from Wedding Crashers. His name is Owen Wilson. Y'all can go look it up. He has a daughter, allegedly, named Layla Wilson. He told that girl mama, and that was his girlfriend for some years. He told her, I don't want no more kids. She got pregnant. He said, get rid of it. I don't want no more kids. She said no. She keeping her baby. She had that motherfucking baby, and he ain't seen that baby, allegedly. That's what the internet say. Allegedly, ever in that baby life. And I think the baby was born in like 2018. It's 2025. That's at least 8 years ago, right? 7 years ago. At least 7 years ago. My math is horrible. But no matter the race of a man, men will walk away, rich men and poor ones, and not look the fuck back. Is it right? No. But is it real? Yes. I don't give a fuck about nobody else's kids but mine.
So if it's not right, so I'm just confused. So you know that it's not right, but you're saying that it's real. Just because it happens doesn't make it okay. Doesn't make it acceptable. It doesn't make it okay at all. And the fact that she's really sitting here encouraging her husband to not have a relationship with with his child, because she's insecure and she's okay with it. She thinks it's a flex that he's over there with her kids and doesn't do anything for the ones outside of the home. Like it just doesn't get any worse than this. And that's why this man, he gonna keep fucking cheating on her. And I wonder, do you guys know, does Wood have any younger children? Does he have any other children that are younger that he had on Peach? Or is it just this one child that he had before Peach? I want to know.
I'm going to make sure my husband do right by my kids. And when he don't, oh, I'm going to tear his ass up. And if he start to care, great. And if he don't, oh, well, I got it anyway. Mama's babies, daddy's maybes. All of my children are wanted, loved, and will be whole. And I'm going to teach them about real life, not no motherfucking fairy tale.
No, you know, that these children, I'm sorry to say, now I understand Peach got a couple dollars, okay? And they do have both parents in the home. They do. But if this is the type of advice, and this is the kind of shit that she's teaching her kids is okay, those kids are doomed. Unfortunately. They are doomed. I just don't even know what to say. She said she's going to teach her kids about the real world. So you're going to teach them that it's acceptable for a man to only do for the children that whose mother he's in a relationship with. That is appropriate. Those are the type of men that you're going to be raising. This is a lot.
These hoes that say, oh, you should hold him accountable and make him do right by his kids. Them hoes be fucking people husbands. You should have closed your legs to married men. You should have waited until you got married to have kids. You should have worked out those relationships. As ugly as it was, you should have stopped giving it up. You shouldn't have had 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 baby daddies. Oh, motherfucking well. Is it right? No. But is it real? Yes. This is real life. And no, I don't feel guilty. I'm going to lay up with my husband in a few moments.
So this is the slow shit right here. She just said that she's going to get back at Wood because he embarrassed her and all the things. Now she's saying she's about to lay up with Wood in the same sentence. So what's the purpose of doing? Well, I get it. I guess it's for views. Okay. These people do any fucking thing for views. Anything. Woo, child. This is too much. Now, let me see what y'all saying in the comments. Wait a minute. Marley Jean, you said 2 twin babies right now. Who has 2 twin babies? Teresa, you said you shouldn't get with nobody that already has kids if you're going to feel like that about their kids. Right. It's just a lot to unpack here. I'm truly confused. Truly confused. Now let me see. It's a post. Let me look at her post. This last one, shot with Peach. Don't nobody want to look at that shit. So this is the things that has been being posted about child support. We're just wait. Okay. So one day ago, Peach McIntyre said 2 wrongs does not make us right. It makes us even, and getting even feels like a good time. All 9 of Peach McIntyre kids got the same daddy. Get over it. She posted this picture. Says last payment sent by you was $5 on 10/31/25 for your case with Carisha McCauley. $5 in child support. Okay. She said, and that $5 child support payment has posted. Enjoy. Fellas, please remember, if your license is suspended for not paying child support, go to AmScot and make a $5 payment for 7 consecutive days. You're welcome. What the fuck does that do? What does that do? Then she says, even if you're a mistake, baby, your life still has a gorgeous purpose. Be happy on purpose, love on purpose, live on purpose. Why does she keep saying mistake? I'm quite sure he wasn't over there making all them fucking babies with her on purpose. He just was trying to get some ass. She kept getting pregnant, and he ain't going nowhere because she got some money. She said, pay your child support at AmScot, fellas. You'll keep your driver's license and stay out of jail. So here is a payment from AmScot for $8.50. I wonder how much does he actually owe in child support. Now I'm going to go back to reading some of y'all's comments. Time to rise up. You said, yeah, I saw a video today of Gregory McKay's real dad, and it was his mugshots and pics of Gregory when he was little. Wow. Teresa, you said, I think he has 3 other kids. Okay. 3 other kids. Now, were those kids made during the course of their relationship? Because I don't even know what to say, y'all. Rose Trulio, you said Liv tried to keep Gerard away from his family too. Peach now doesn't even talk to her family. She doesn't talk to her family, and she don't want. I'm quite sure that because she doesn't have a relationship with anybody in her family, and she probably never will because of the way that she talks about her family. The fact that she said on here and said her whore of a mother, regardless of the fact that her mom has had 3 kids and 3 baby daddies, that's beside the point. But you sat up here and called your mother a whore. That's absolutely out of control. Okay, so she probably more than likely will never have a relationship with her family, and because of that, she will try to prevent her husband, from having a relationship with his. She just seems like a very miserable, disgusting person. Teresa, you said both parents in one household means nothing in this case. I completely agree. Like I said, I think those kids are doomed. To have Peach teaching them anything about what she considers real, like, no. Rose, you said, I never see Peach hug or teach her kids anything. Peach runs away all day long. Hey, Nikki. Marley Jean, you said, doesn't Peach have 2 twin babies right now? Oh, yeah, she does have 2 sets of twins, I believe. I believe she does. You also said, today Liv was talking about how much she loves Blueface and happy he got out early, and he's such a good dad. Child, I seen that. I just was confused about that too. I'm thinking, maybe, do I have time to go over there? Do I have time? Do I feel like it? I would need, let me see if I got the timestamp for that. Maybe we can talk about Liv a little bit too. Marley Jean, Rose, you said a real man with a backbone wouldn't put up with Peach and her controlling ways. Yeah, but he's not a real man. He's not trying to be that. He's just trying to get paid. He's trying to do what he wants to do, and he could do that because he's going to wait for payday to come when he gets his little allowance or whatever, and he's going to go out and party with the hoes and then come back to her and the kids like nothing ever happened. He's going to put up with it because he still gets to do whatever he wants to do. Peach is the type, she ain't going to do shit but cry and stay and still give him top at the end of the night. And he been running wild all fucking day. Lynn, you said if those women don't put him on child support because being that Wood is married to Peach, she would have to pay the child support because she's the breadwinner. Right. So they all should put his ass on child support. And that is the issue with taking in a deadbeat. Because somehow, some way, regardless of what they do for your kids, your problems are going to become theirs. Marley Jean, she said Christian looks like Blueface. No, she didn't. Nosy Neighbor, you said Peach is brain rot to me. If it wasn't for reaction channels, I'd never engage with her content. Yeah, I rarely ever watch Peach McIntyre, but I was truly, let me see if she got a live. Yeah, she wasn't talking about shit in these lives. I don't even have the time for that. Let's see. Let me check my Give me a second, y'all. Let me check and see if I have a screenshot with a timestamp for Olivia, where she's talking about. All I have timestamps for is when she's addressing who's her baby daddy. And this shit about, let's see, we can go to this last one that she did real quick. Talk about that real fast since we're on here. So Olivia was live on TikTok or whatever. She was live on TikTok over there blushing about Chris Sales. It was too much going on, but she basically addressed a little bit of that in this last live stream she did 3 hours ago. We could watch a little bit of that. It's not too long. I got the timestamp for that one, so just let me pull that up.
Rent a car from our newest fleet yet.
I believe she's talking about whatever possibly happened with her and Joey. Let's see.
You guys, no, I'm not. No, I'm just doing my own thing. I'm just doing my own thing. Okay, I'm just doing my own thing. Liv is doing her own thing. Liv needs to get back to Liv. Okay, let's talk about this for a minute. Okay, because I do want to like talk about this more with you guys, but Liv got lost in the sauce. Okay, Liv got lost in the sauce. Okay. But I learned from it. And that's what I was just talking to Target about, okay? You take your past experiences and you learn from them, whether it was a good outcome or a bad outcome, okay? This whole whoop-de-whoop, whoop-de-woo, whoop-de-doo, okay? This whole whoop-de-doo, Liv and Joey and this and that. Girl, this whole whoop-de-doo experience left me being a fool. Okay, and not even just him. I don't even want to just say.
My thing is, when does any interaction with any man, when does it not leave Liv being the fool? When does it ever result in her not being the fool? It never happens. She's always the fool in every situation. I want to know what she was expecting to be the outcome of Joey coming down here with her. What could she have possibly wanted when she had 2 other men in her home right before he came? Did she think he was going to take her seriously? What was she thinking was going to happen? I know he didn't come down here and say they was going to be together. I don't understand. Nosy Nipe, you said she was scared of Joey. She is very happy to retire that storyline. Why do y'all say that she was afraid of him? What was he over there threatening her? Lynn, you said, oh God, shouldn't she be worried about her eviction? Right. I guess that's no longer an issue. Okay. Because she hasn't been talking about that much. She did say, and I think the live stream before this, she was like, oh, it's still something going on with that, but I'm not going to stress about it. So she probably has it under control at this point. Rose, you said, Liv crying for money for rent. Now other personality came in, so I guess someone paid her rent. Yeah, that's what it's given. Melody, you said Liv gives you an upset stomach. Child, me too. She gives me a pounding headache. If I watch her too long, it's just all over the place. Marley Jean, you said lost in the sauce as in drunk as always. I don't know exactly what she meant by that, but Olivia's always lost. It's always a mess. Monique, you said Chris Sales asked Liv to give him head on TikTok. Head on TikTok. She laughed it off. Olivia, tell the truth. You haven't known this man long, and that's not Kai's father. Right. Who is Jamar? Is that Kai's dad? I don't know, but let's finish this.
It was him, okay? Because it wasn't. It was court. It was stress. It was everything combined, okay? And I'm still kind of going through it, okay? I still got shit that I'm stressed out about, of course. But Liv is trying to get back to Liv, okay? Liv's trying to get back to Liv, okay? I don't care about men. I
Yes,
don't.
you do.
Yes. Do I want what I want? Yes, I want what I want. Okay. Will I have that? Yes, I will. When God sees the time right for me to have what I want, I will have it. But right now, I need to get Liv back to live. Okay? So, what that means is Liv is going to go back to the eye on the prize, which is me. Okay? Because if there's no me, there's no nothing else. I have to get back to me. I have to prioritize myself. I have to prioritize my health, my mental state. Of course, y'all already know I love the men. Okay? I love men. Men are my weakness.
So you see how she mentioned nothing about like getting a job or doing anything productive. She's talking about her health, which more than likely means weight loss. Olivia don't have no plans of getting a job, y'all. She's talking about she has to get back to herself. Well, what is yourself? Yourself is drinking and smashing randoms and letting them be around your kids. That's who Liv is. That's all I know. When has she ever been up to doing anything productive? Every now and again, she'll come on here talking about God and how she's God's child and talking about how she's going to do Bible study and things like that. And it never happens. But who is really Liv? Liv is a dysfunctional human being who lost custody of her children, who cannot get over one of her baby daddies, who is bitter, who is a fucking alcoholic, sleeps with randoms. I'm trying to think. That's all I see from Liv on this internet. So I'm really curious as to what she means by get back to. Get back to what?
Okay, men are like that bread in there. Okay, I love them. I eat a piece of bread, I gain a pound. Okay, I get caught up with a man, especially a man that's not for me, and I gain a couple pounds. No, but like for real, I just gain a bunch of nonsense and distractions and. But like I said, I don't want to credit that all to him. You guys don't know what happened with Joey. I just want to leave Joey a question mark at this point. People can write their own story to it. I don't care to explain it. I'm too grown for that. It didn't work. It's not gonna work. I wish him the best. He's Kailani's father. He can see Kailani whenever he wants.
No, he can't.
He's a baby daddy.
He's not coming back around to see Kailani at all. He don't even give a fuck about that baby. It's just some like, why did you ever talk about him on the internet? Is what I don't understand. That man, Kailani, has been on this earth for 2 years. He's seen her once for a week. What were you trying to do with him? I don't understand. What was the thought of trying to be or do or have any sort of a relationship or anything going on with a man who never ever prioritized the child that you had with him? He wasn't there during the pregnancy. He wasn't there for any fucking thing. He just came around. And people are saying that Olivia admitted to paying for his plane ticket. So he came around because she paid his way. He insulted her. He didn't even try to fucking be nice. Okay. And he left. What were you trying? What was your plan? That's what I just want to know. What was the plan? To try to have anything with a man who never gave a fuck.
And we just talked about the baby daddies. He's a baby daddy, okay? We're not meant to be together. Okay, and Liv trying to not force it, because I wasn't trying to force it. I was trying to see if it would work. Okay. I got lost in the sauce because it's not gonna.
Well, how? How would it ever work is the thing. That's the thing for me. How would it ever work with a man who never gave a fuck about being there ever for any of the important moments so far for the child? If he had no sense of urgency to be a part of his child's life, what the fuck made you think that you should try to do anything?
work because he's a baby daddy. Okay. So with that being said, like I
But
said,
she keeps saying he's just a baby daddy, and you're just a fucking baby mama. You are just a fucking baby mama. You got 3 baby daddies. Though none of the motherfuckers want to be with you. They all just used you for whatever the fuck they could get out of you. Sex. Maybe the only one who actually loved you was Gerard. Okay, but then he realized at some point that, you know, in his opinion, that's all you're good for is sex, which is why he doubled back and had an affair with your ass. But outside of that, you're just a baby mama, and that's what they think of you, which is why they come around, get whatever the fuck they can get out of you, leave you with a wet ass and a baby and hurt feelings, and dip off. Because in your eyes, in their eyes, you're just a baby mama. What do you mean? He's not even a fucking baby daddy because he's not present. He's not. Talking to you on the fucking phone every once in a while is not an active baby daddy. He's not even that. He donated sperm. He gave you his sperm and left you to care for the motherfucking child. He popped in for a week and he dipped back off because he really don't give a fuck and this ain't for him. He's not even a baby daddy at this point.
it wasn't all him. It wasn't all just the experience with him. It was a whole bunch of stuff. But as far as this whole Chris situation, that's business. Okay, that's over there on TikTok. That's me. That's battling. That's me having my mind on correctly. Okay, not just seeing a man for looking for. It's not that type of party. And you can't mix business with pleasure. Okay, business is business. Pleasure is pleasure. Okay. So anyway, with that being said.
So about this, I watched the clips. I forget the channel that I watched it on. I have to look back, but I watched the clips of the conversation that Olivia and Chris Sales had on TikTok. If you don't, why are you even letting a man speak to you in that way and entertaining the conversation? Talking about it's just business. Girl, bye.
Stop with the Chris Sales shit, y'all. Chris Sales, just stop. Okay, if you see him in my chat, it's business. If you see me in his chat, it's business. If you see us battling, it's business. Don't start with the whoop-de-doo. Y'all need to date. Y'all need to talk. Da-da-da-da. I know how we started off. We started off just seeing each other and reacting to what we saw on the screen, okay? Okay, so now that that's over.
Oh my God, wait a minute. Let me read some of y'all's comments. Miss G, you said it has to be exhausting to make your entire existence about men. How bad you wish you had one. Exactly. Get like I said, and I've said it so many times, I would be fucking tired. Olivia is not tired. She is ready to get ran through some more by a couple different niggas, okay? She does not get tired of any of this. Okay? She doesn't. This is her entire existence. Men. The one she's had in the past, and whatever man she can obtain in the future. Okay? Marley Jean, you said, I'd rather you just be 100% absent than in and out. I agree. Me too. Black and Bougie, you say he let her down so bad, but the gag is he never gave a fuck. Yeah, he never did, that's very clear, which is why she should have never tried to do shit. And if he didn't give a fuck enough to save up his own money to come see his daughter, why the fuck would you pay for him to come see her? I'm not understanding. Black and Bougie, no, not Black and Bougie. Nosy Neighbor, you said Joey basically told her that he didn't like her sagging skin and he likes her better fat. Did he say that? Did he truly say that? Because if so, that's out of line. Did he say that while she was on live or something? Stay creating. You said, what the F is she talking about, child? I don't know. She's trying to make something out of nothing with this whole Chris Sales thing. She is very much so delusional, KW. I agree. Your girl, Ma, you said exactly. She's just a baby mama. Like, what does that mean? Right. I don't get it. Black and Bougie, you said he saw her body up close, smelled the stench, saw her house, and ran, child. And you know what? It probably was the food for him. Like, bitch, you ain't good for nothing. Bitch, you got all these fucking kids running around. You ain't even got custody of all of them. You got my daughter over here. Her hair ain't never the fuck done. Okay. It's a lot going on. And then on top of that, bitch, you used to be huge and you can't even fucking cook. I'm leaving. That's what he said. I'm sure. Rose, you said tuna will always be tuna. Stay creating. You said I heard someone call her baby no daddy and burst out laughing. Yes, I definitely heard that. I've seen that plenty of times. Black and Bougie, you said bet she won't lie about him paying bills and taking care of them no more, nowhere or no more. Yeah, I bet she won't. It's clear she was lying about him ever paying half the fucking rent. My thing is, why lie to make it seem like you can get a man to do for you when it's already clear that you're fucking lying in the first place? It's too much. He couldn't afford his own way to get down there, but he was paying half the rent. Okay. Miss G, you said she's so delusional. Now Chris and her are doing business. Girl, you just battle. Exactly. Nosy neighbor, you said I couldn't understand a word that man was saying. He said something about he wanted to see that ass, and he says some other inappropriate things. But Olivia was acting real easy. I can't stand the way she acts, even just talking to men. Okay. SJ, you said today she said she would still be with Gerard if Nisha would have stayed away from her husband. Child, I can't even go down that rabbit hole about that type of shit today. I will not even entertain any Gerard talk because it's over with, bitch. Let it go. Okay? It's over. Lynn, you said Olivia is truly stunted in middle school. She hasn't grown up. I completely agree. Marley Jean, you said OMG, yes. I saw people calling Kalani baby no daddy as well as Patches. Patches is crazy, y'all. We got to be nice to the baby. She's innocent, okay? Patches. People just don't give a damn. Pretty Stony, you said, hey, MGTV, Liv is too friendly, inviting Chris Sells over 39 seconds into the chat. Exactly. He said, you could come to me. She said, oh, I got too many kids for that, but you could come over here. You're always welcome over here. There she go, inviting any type of fucking man over her house around her kids. He's not coming. He's not coming. And why would you even say that? Why? It's a mess. But like I said, Olivia makes herself look foolish and easy and fucking slow. And that's why these men use her for coochie and nothing more. Okay? SJ, you said she told everyone to stay out of their cheating, to stay with their cheating men, that eventually they would grow out of it. Like, girl, what? Yeah, she's retarded. So if she's encouraging women to stay with their cheating men, then why is Nisha so bad for staying with Gerard? Why is she considered weak? If Olivia thinks that's acceptable, right? Nosy neighbor, you said, yep, Liv said herself when she was running her mouth on TikTok, it's too much. You said MG, Liv said she needed to turn the meatloaf over. What does that mean? What meatloaf? She made meatloaf and she was flipping it? What the I don't know. I'm confused. Black and Bougie, you say he didn't even offer to take that baby to New York with him. He don't give a single fuck. No, he doesn't. And he didn't offer to take the baby with him because more than likely that baby is a secret. His family doesn't know about the baby. His other kids don't know about the baby. He don't give a fuck about the baby. So, of course, he's not going to offer to take the baby. Of course. Miss G, you said, y'all, Kalani is beginning to terrorize both Liv and AJ. That little girl is going to give Liv a run for her money. Oh, my gosh. It's too much. But let's go ahead and continue to listen to the rest of this foolishness real quick.
It's business. Please don't embarrass me when he comes in my chat. We're just chilling. That's all it is. And that goes...
I'm confused. She said, please don't embarrass me if he comes in my chat. Bitch, don't embarrass yourself. Acting like a slut. Don't embarrass yourself. Don't invite him over your house. Don't say shit like, oh, I would turn him out. Or what was the exact thing she said? I would tear him up. Just any sexual reference when speaking with a man. And then you're talking like this publicly on the internet. You don't embarrass yourself. Carry yourself like a fucking lady. Okay?
For any other male creator you guys see me on the screen with. I know that it's different on TikTok because you guys are not used to me interacting. You guys are used to me interacting with people in my life that I bring on my channel or I bring around me. But like to see me face to face with other creators, no, it's not going to be that type of party. I'm just battling. We're just there to battle. That's it. Okay. If a collab comes from it and it's a creative collab, whatever, we'll talk about it when it happens. But that's neither here nor there because they're other, they're content creators. Like I'm a content creator. And if something happens as far as content creating, whatever. But yeah, Okay? Just wanted to let you guys know that, because no, we're not dating. No, we're not talking. No, nothing. Okay?
First of all, he would never date you. No man is going to date you. It's impossible to date you. So we know that you guys are not dating. Now, there is a possibility that if he was willing to travel to you, you would definitely, not more than likely, you would most definitely smash him. You would definitely lay low and spread wide, okay? Now, Olivia saying she really, listen, Miss G, I completely agree. You said she is truly feeling herself. Yes, she is. Definitely feeling herself because Chris Sells gave her some attention. I just don't understand the point, the purpose in addressing this, girl. Ain't nobody sitting here saying that y'all are dating. You guys would never date. Would he have sex with you? Probably. Or maybe he might change his mind when you take the fucking what is it called? Faja off. He might change his mind. But nobody's under the impression that you guys are really doing anything. I'm confused. Pretty Stoner, you said dating is crazy when they just spoke 2 days ago. Well, first of all, dating is crazy because none of the men that she deals with date her. That's the crazy part about it. No man who has ever, when was she ever going on dates with men? They just come to the house, which is exactly, she didn't say, oh, you can take me on a date or we can go out. She didn't present it like that. She said, oh no, but you could come over here. I got too many kids to come to you. You're more than welcome to come to my place. She's not dateable. Nobody's dating her. We know they're not dating. That's why I think it's crazy for her to even fucking say that. Melody, you said Joey asked her about Kai's hair being bald and not combed. Liv says she gets mad when I comb her hair. Yeah, that makes absolutely no sense. Black and Bougie, you said, what does battling actually accomplish? I had the same exact question. Like I said, I watched the clips, okay, on another channel from the TikTok. I'm 30 years old, but this TikTok shit makes me feel so lost. I don't understand what the battling is. I don't even understand how they're battling. They're just sitting there talking, telling people to send some roses or whatever. I don't know what's happening. Okay. I'm completely lost when it comes to battling on TikTok. I don't know what it's accomplishing or how it's even a battle because there's literally nothing going on but them having a conversation and them telling people to send roses or diamonds or whatever the fuck. Okay. So, and here I am thinking I'm still young because I'm 30, and I was confused as ever. Okay, I don't know what it's for, Black and Bushy. I have no idea. Sickly Sweet, you said she thinks they're going to get married in her childish mind. The Stranger Things squad says Liv's whole life has always been about Liv. What the F? That's true. Nosy Neighbor, you said the last time people said someone would never do X with her, she created a whole storyline. I guess she'll start trolling like she and Chris are messing around. Watch. Now that would be a mess. That would be a whole mess. Your girl Ma, you said battling is money from your fans. Who can spend the most? Oh. And Olivia won twice when they were battling. So people are sending her money on TikTok. That's interesting. Miss G, you said not a dinner, not a movie, not a bar, not a party. In 6 years, 25 different men and not one date. Now that's sad. That's really sad. They just come over, get her pregnant, and leave. That's sad. Pretty Stoner, you said right. Is it money? I'm assuming it's kids and money. Sickly Sweet, you said battling just makes people spend money. It's really dumb. I wouldn't waste my pennies for someone that's battled. Yeah, me either. I could never. SJ, you said she forgot last month. She said she wanted Chris, but he wouldn't want her until she lost weight. That's what she said? So she probably, yeah. She was really feeling herself when he said what he said, okay? Stranger Things, you said, so this is her job, hunting, while taxpayers pay for her daycare. Yep, that's her job. Marley Jean, you said, and she says, take boric acid every night. She needs a doctor. And that thing ain't right. What would be the purpose in you having to insert a boric acid suppository every night? And she said that publicly? That lets people know that your shit is off. Why would you need to do that? Why would you need to post every night? Ew. Rose Julio, you said Christmas, birthdays, and Joey does nothing. Yeah, he's not. He's going to continue to not do anything. But anyway, let's see what else she's saying. Oh.
And Liv has to have a little bit more professionalism. Okay? Okay. Anyway. Oh, I wasn't thinking about Joey. I just know Chris is a public figure and was blushing with you on that live. Joey isn't my business. Oh, no, baby. I know, KG. Yeah, we were both definitely blushing. Like I said, we were just reacting on what we saw. You know what I mean? It was attraction. You know what I mean? And that's fine. Whatever. Like, cool. You know what I mean? Next. You know, like, let's keep going. That's all that was. It was fun. It was cute. You know, he's cool. But yeah. He dropped in my chat and people were like, you guys just leave it alone. Okay? I don't like how he was inappropriate though. It was a bit much on his end. Well, like I said, it was just his first reaction to seeing me. Like, my first reaction to seeing him was acting like a little kid. You know what I mean? But it was nothing. It was nothing. I think we both forgot where we were for a second. Like, we were just like, we forgot we were on TikTok today.
Like, what? It wasn't even that deep, okay? That man was just saying whatever he could say to see what your response would be. And you made yourself appear easy. If he was truly interested, he wouldn't have told you to DM him afterwards. If he was interested in you, he would have DM'd you. It was nothing. I don't get it. But it's a simple fact that she's sitting over here blushing and making all these faces. She probably thinks about that shit constantly throughout the day. Sitting there constantly debating on whether or not she should DM him. As a matter of fact, I'm quite sure she did DM him immediately after. Even though she acted as if she wasn't going to do that on the live stream. But anyway. Lynn, you said, whatever happened to being worried about her eviction? She's such a manipulative whore. The eviction is over with, okay? She just probably came to the conclusion that she might not be able to get that much money out of people this time, okay? Rose, you said, embarrassed Robin because Robin said a smell. It was tuna smell, not Robin. Well, KW, you said her box is trash can. I'll just say this. If you have, first of all, I don't even use boric acid suppositories. Now, I had some before, but why would you need to use boric acid suppositories every day? Her coochie stinks. That's the only logical explanation. Her shit is thrown off. It's probably cottage cheesy and every fucking thing. It's a mess. I don't understand any reason as to why you would sit there and actually use boric acid suppositories every single day. It's not. That cannot be healthy. And why would you need it? Who would say? Why would you say that? You just told on yourself. Your shit is fucked up. Okay. Lynn, you said it's given he was not interested. He wasn't attracted to her. He probably. I don't know. I don't know. Miss G, you said she tried to come back on his live and he declined her. Pretty Stoner, you said this dummy can't read the room. He might text her on a dry night. Definitely wouldn't be public. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I could see that too. KW, you said, damn, she is so dumb. Rose, you said Joey told her that she can't cook and her house smells. He was hardly there when he was in Texas. Wow. Wow, that's sad. Plot Twister, you said, and Chris sits and battles women all day and flirts with them and offers to take them on dates. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. This is just something that he probably does on the regular. But for her, she just loved to be able to get that attention from him. And she's just basking in it. You can tell by the look on her face that she sits here and talks about it. Okay. Teresa, you said, I have never used them. Truly just found out what they were like a year ago from somebody else talking about them on YouTube. I did use them years ago. but like maybe like once in a while because it's supposed to balance it. I don't know, but I stopped using them because I didn't like the fact that when you put this is probably TMI. It is TMI. But when you put a boric acid suppository in the night prior, because I believe you're supposed to put them in at night. That's what I used to do anyway. By the time you wake up, that shit is pouring down your leg. It's pouring down water. I don't got time. What? What do I need this for? My shit is already ready, gets ready when it needs to get ready, if you know what I'm saying. Anyway, this is a lot. Bottom line is, I don't see no reason as to why you would need to use a boric acid suppository every fucking night, okay? I just don't. KW says she doesn't use condoms. Well, that's clear. She doesn't. Obviously, she doesn't. Your girl Maya says she's looking for any reason to go viral, and that's scary. Yeah, and she doesn't care how she portrays herself on this internet. That's the thing. So she's fine with looking easy, looking desperate. She doesn't give a fuck how she looks as long as she's getting some attention. She's an attention whore. Teresa, you said, and I don't really ever see her drink any water. Rose, you said never took her out to lunch or dinner. Liv loves Olive Garden and all you can eat pasta. Liv could do some damage there. Nobody's taking her out. Nobody, unfortunately. And it's sad. Marley Jean, you said his first reaction to seeing her was give me head and she's honored. Yeah, no. Why even entertain that? KW, you said he disrespected her. I didn't see all that when he said something about giving him head. I seen when she said she was about to go get some Hennessy. He said something about he was trying to see her ass. Then he said something about she asked him if he was single or whatever. He said she could come over there. She said no, you can come to my house. I seen that part, but I didn't see the part where he said anything about giving him head. Now that's wild. Rob, you said Robin hears Liv talk bad about Gerard when she's there. Robin did talk back to Liv many times. Chris Sells look like he has diseases. Yeah, he definitely looks like he might give you chlamydia or something. Because he probably doesn't use condoms either. Okay. Latoya, you said she might as well find another route for going viral. It definitely won't be from lying on black women. Yeah, she's just gonna have to come up with another, extreme lie that's probably going to make her look like a horrible mother or something like that. She'll come up with something eventually. Okay. SJ, you said y'all made her cancel Thanksgiving, talking about how she probably was going to take the kids out or order in. Well, she probably should. Or maybe not even cancel Thanksgiving. All she got to do is look at some recipes online. The fuck? What? See, that's the thing. She's not even going to try to get better because her feelings got hurt by a man. Never mind the fact that every time she cooked before, her fucking kids was forced to eat that shit. She more concerned about him. It's a mess. KW say he did say give him head. Very disrespectful. Oh, well, and she was going for it. Just blushing and everything. He did say to her, come give me head. Come. And she was blushing like that. When he talking to her like that publicly. She didn't see anything wrong with that. Banana Muffin, you said Chris ain't even cute and he's an abuser. Well, she thinks he's everything. Okay, in comparison to the niggas that she normally deal with, she thinks shit. She's very impressed by Chris Sells. Okay. You said it's gross that Liv talks about Gerard in front of Robin, and Robin sees her talking to strangers about her own dad. It is, but Olivia doesn't care about that. She wants the kids to grow into hating their father because he won't be with her. Okay? So she's going to continue to talk bad about Gerard in front of the kids because she wants the kids to dislike him as well. Say Cheese, you said no man can put up with her. As soon as they see how mentally ill she is, they leave immediately. Yep. Pretty Stony, you said she better be careful in Texas before she gets something she can't get rid of. And she don't think about shit like that. Boric acid, the suppository is not going to stop chlamydia, gonorrhea, a trick. It's not going to stop that. And the damn sure ain't going to stop you know, what is it called? The hive. So that's okay to use every now and then, I guess. But she really should be protecting herself. Um, December 9th court date. Let's see how that goes. I'm over this court shit. It's not going nowhere. Lynn, you said MG, she was fine with him asking. She told him to come over. Yes, Lynn, I seen that. I did see that she invited him over to her house. Very trashy, very easy, a hot ass mess. She didn't say nothing about going nowhere. If anything, she need to see if she can get that motherfucker to spend some money. But she don't think like that. Liv says she's getting evicted, yet she's putting her Xmas tree up on Thanksgiving. She could get a turkey and sides from Popeyes. She just doesn't try. She doesn't care to have traditions with her kids. She's just lazy. Yeah, I don't understand. She don't even really give a fuck about the holidays. That's the craziest part to me. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't know if it's anything else that she's saying, but we're gonna go ahead and listen to this last bit.
For a second. But anyway, it's not even a big deal. Like I said, he's cool. But anyway, yeah, no, it's just business, you guys. It's just business. Everybody battles, everyone talks, it's cool. Like I said, Liv, I'm talking to myself when I say this. I need to be more professional because I am a woman and I'm an attractive woman, so I need to handle, and which for the most part I do. Like I said, I was just going through something last week and the week before. You know, I've just been going through things. So I just, I was lost in the sauce. But being a woman in any industry, and if you're an attractive woman in the industry, around men, you have to be extremely professional. And I understand this and I already know this, but like I said,
she understands that she knows this, yet she allowed somebody to publicly disrespect her and speak to her in a sexual manner. She didn't understand it. She doesn't understand this. She likes the attention. This is how men talk to her on a regular basis. And she thinks that this is a flex for a man to ask her publicly if she will give him top. If she had any sort of self-respect, she would have shut that shit down immediately.
Just got a little caught up there for a second. But anyway, I love you guys. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Okay. And I'll see you guys later. I'm about to go and handle what I gotta handle before I gotta go get my babies. And yeah. But this was a good live. Hopefully we can do more lives like this, you guys, and just focus on what's relevant to us and what we want to know about, and just what what I like to talk about. Okay, I think we covered a lot in today's live. Just what I know. I like I said before, I'm nobody special. You don't have to take my advice on anything. What do I know? Except for the little things that I'm passionate about. And if I know something, I always try to put you guys on to it because that's what I'm here for.
I don't know what's going on here. I don't know. I'm lost. KW, you said, wait, Banana Muffin, you said she would give a F about the holidays if she was with a man. Exactly. She definitely would. But it's always about men for her, never just about the kids. Okay? Black and Bougie, you said professional for what exactly? I guess she's saying that she needs to present herself professionally, or present herself as a self-respecting woman on these apps. But it's too late for that. Everybody already knows how she is. Like I said, if she had any self-respect, she would have shut that shit down immediately. Okay. Banana Muffin, you said, notice how she always has no clothes. How she always has no clothes and makeup and perfume and gadgets, but not her kids. You must have meant to say new. How she always has new clothes and makeup and perfume and gadgets, but not her kids. Yes, that's been noticed. That's been noted. It's not about the kids for her. It's about herself. She's very selfish which is why she makes sure that she has herself together every day, but she don't ever want to do her fucking daughter's hair. Okay. Say Cheese, you said she catfishes men. This chick is not going to get a job. Yeah, I don't think she's going to get a job either. Pretty Stoner, you said Liv thinks she's a real influencer. She does, and she probably does influence some people. You know, the slow ones, she influences them. Stay creating. You said convincing yourself you're a woman is funny AF. Yes, it's a mess. Pretty Stoner, you said I'm trying to understand how she gets childcare, but working parents have to fight for assistance. Because the people are saying, now I don't know if this is factual or not, but the people are saying that DHS, or she told the people that she got childcare through DHS. Now, somebody dropped in my comments and said DHS would do this when there is concern for the children, and that basically when the kids go to daycare, they're under observation, or whatever the case may be. I don't know all the details. I don't even know if that's what's going on with Liv, but that's what they were saying. That's what the people have been saying. Professional with a 7th grade education. Okay. All her clothes are new. It's too much. All her clothes are new. She's constantly doing for herself, eating out, doing all the fucking things, but she can't pay child support, and she's not going to get a job. Okay? That's just what it is. That's just what it's going to be. Olivia don't give a fuck about nobody but herself. Sadly, that's the case. But anyway, I'm going to read a couple more comments, then I'm going to have to get off of here, y'all. Banana Muffin, you said Kai calls everybody daddy. That's so sad. You said Prison Bay asked her what she's doing drinking around her kids. I mean, that's the norm for them. You said that's true. If it's through CPS, the kids can be monitored at school. They will know about neglect, etc. True, they did it for Peach. Yeah, but who the fuck wants that? So both the kids are in daycare, and Olivia's not doing anything to obtain employment. More than likely, at some point, she's probably going to get locked up for this whole child support thing. But she's going to keep playing with them and giving them the runaround and acting as if she's trying to be productive and like she's trying to do certain things, and it's just not working for her. It's a mess. And I don't even understand why she continues to play around like this, but it is what it is. Anyway, you guys, that concludes my reaction on Peach McIntyre and Liv's life, okay? I don't really have too much more to add. It's just sad to see. These women on the internet, they say and do anything for clicks and views. Nobody has any morals. Everybody's fucked up, okay? That's my conclusion. Anyway, this was fun talking to you guys. Real quick, I just want to say I appreciate all of you who sat through this live stream with me. Okay, thank you. I just want to say thank you to my wonderful moderators that made it into this live stream tonight. If you have not already hit the like button, please do so. Okay, comment your thoughts down below, and also hit the subscribe button too if you have not done so already. Okay, and that's all I have for you guys tonight. All right. I hope all of you have a wonderful, wonderful night. And until next time, I will see you all later. All right. Bye-bye.